Hey, let's cook some classic Mediterranean dish, the Greek salad, one of the healthiest salads ever. Hello, I'm Dr. Sam. This is Dr. Sam's Health Kitchen, and I realized I haven't been doing any kind of cooking videos for a while, and in the last 3 weeks I've been doing video after video about the Mediterranean diet, and quite frankly, the very first thing that crosses my mind when I'm talking about the Mediterranean diet is a Greek salad, and that is what I really craved essentially, and I believe it's a great salad. It's a very healthy food item. It's very easy, something very easy to cook, and I would like to restart the tradition of cooking some stuff on my channel. I apologize in advance, I'm a terrible cook, but if I were to come up with some sort of a slogan for my health kitchen videos, that would be, if I can cook it, you can cook it. So that is the introduction to this video. Before I proceed, my regular disclaimers: I am a psychiatrist, I'm a practicing physician, but I do not give any kind of medical advice on my YouTube channel, and the opinions I express are solely mine, and they do not necessarily represent the opinions of my colleges, universities, my profession, and so on. And last but not the least, actually one of the things I would like to talk about is my book, The Rational Diet. It has all the important items, steps that you need to take if you want to lose weight and maintain good body composition. Highly recommend it. And I also mentioned it in my Mediterranean diet videos because the Mediterranean dietary pattern or nutritional pattern is actually a very nice nutritional pattern. It's very healthy. It's not necessarily associated with weight loss, as I outlined in my previous video, but following this pattern and creating some caloric deficit is actually quite easy, and that will lead you to weight loss. Having said that, let's get to the salad. It's actually a very simple salad to cook. The key ingredient, both in terms of the taste and the caloric input, would be feta cheese. It is truly the key ingredient of this salad, and we just need some vegetables that will go into it. So what we have here, and I've already cut some of the stuff here and prepped it for cooking, or just like cutting it into salad. We need cucumbers, we need some tomatoes, we need some bell peppers. I go with yellow ones simply uh, because I like different colors in this salad. So we've got green, we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got maybe a little bit some, I don't know, maroon purple from the onions. And I'm not actually sure if onions are like supposed to be part of the recipe. I do add them, and olives. And I usually add black olives, again, because black color looks very nice. It creates some contrast in the salad. So I've already opened them. It's the easiest part. And also we need a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of oregano, and some lemon. What we have here is pretty much everything we need. And also you might have noticed I've got this scale here, and I like using scale when I'm cooking. I recommend weighing your foods prior to consumption. It creates some sort of a discipline. And again, I don't want anybody to be like obsessed about food quantities, about calories and so on. But when you're cooking stuff, it's actually very hard sometimes to track how much of what you are consuming. And I actually do use almost a clinical scale because I use clinical scales in my work. I use some kitchen scale to weigh items. And uh, having done that multiple times, I don't actually have to do it for this salad. I know approximately how many calories will be there, but I will do it as I go. You'll see how easy it is. So got some cucumber, 190 grams of cucumber, likely around 50 calories there. Then another thing, when we are cutting stuff for this salad, there are different ways of preparing it. What I like doing is I like cutting things in relatively large chunks so that at the end of the day we have pretty much very similar similarly sized and shaped items. And quite frankly, I really wanted to show off. I got uh, a new cutting board, but unfortunately, it's a little bit too large for this kind of kitchen and for this kind of preparation. Anyhow, cucumbers 190 almost said milligrams. My goodness, I'm so into my clinical work that I'm making this Freudian slips. Uh, so we've got some tomatoes. We'll weigh them too. Uh, I assume it will be around 200 grams or another 50, 60, 70 calories here. Some carbs, a low carb diet, but there's decent amount of water and fiber in those. So they are easy. I was close, 261 gram of tomatoes. Uh, People cut them differently. I prefer cutting them again in some sort of squares. I'm pretty sure that the real cook, real chef would be very unhappy with the way I'm doing it, but I don't really care at this point in my life. And again and again, I'm not a professional cook. I'm just cooking stuff the way I like. And please don't pay attention to the things I'm doing with the knife. I realize it's actually a little bit hard to talk on camera and cut things at the same time. I hope we won't have any accidents here. Uh, I am pretty sure that there is some sort of nice technique of cutting tomatoes that would really uh, make things work really nicely with this salad. I just like, again, I cut them into large chunks. Uh, that's what we have right now, 260 grams of tomatoes, some cucumbers, 190, uh, and we've got some bell peppers. I'll weigh them, obviously, if I were cooking a larger meal, I would have cleaned the bell pepper properly, 63 grams. We're talking about another 30 calories here. I might add a little table. I'm gonna do that. I should make a little cookbook for my main. Uh, but I will put the caloric impact, the caloric composition of this salad at certain point in this video, maybe in the description. So we have cut pretty much all our veggies. We can cut a little bit of onion. I obviously had this one in my fridge for a while. It weighs 219 grams and it's so honestly useless. I just chop it 204 so we can make some deduction out of forgot how much uh, the original amount was, but it's all right. Chopping skills. The good thing is a salad and I'm cooking it for myself. Nobody really cares. Uh, got these items. Actually, I like larger chunks of onion or like larger, longer pieces. The main ingredient and one thing about feta. I've got Greek feta here just because it's supposed to be Greek feta for authenticity. Uh, 230 grams. I don't think we'll need all of it. But what I really like actually is something that's called Macedonian feta. It's feta cheese that has a little bit of a creamy texture, 84. So we can do the calculations later on. Uh, the feta cheese, like any other cheese, is quite calorific, so we'll have to use it sparingly. I've got a feeling that I got a little bit too much for this uh, amount of salad, but let's put some here. You know, I feel like I shouldn't add more just because this salad has enough cheese, so I'm using half of this amount, and I'm saving on calories here. Uh, Pretty much the last item here would be olives. Again, I like black olives. I like their taste. I like their texture. Uh, and we're putting some here on the salad. They have olive oil, or we got olive oil from them. Uh, so we're almost done. Almost done. Uh, and all we need to do is we need to add some olive oil, some oregano, and some spices, depending on your taste, of course. I'm trying not to go over the board with the olive oil. It's an extra virgin olive oil, obviously super healthy food, but the problem is that it's still quantity item, right? So uh, we need a little bit of oregano, a little bit of lemon juice, and then if you feel like you can add a little bit of salt, and I'm pretty sure that the original recipe does not include any kind of salt, just because feta cheese is supposed to be very salty on its own. So I will, you know what? I will not add it. Let's make it even healthier. So here's what we have. Like I'll toss the salad a little bit. Here's a wonderful uh, Greek salad. Doesn't take long to cook it. Like it took me like less than 10 minutes to make it. So, and it's a very healthy thing. I do not anticipate this whole plate to have more than like, I don't know, 400 kilocalories in it. I saved some calories on putting less cheese, but that's pretty much it. Super easy cooking, super healthy, easier to follow your nutritional allowances and to lose weight, maintain your weight and health. So that would be it for today. Thank you so much. Check out my book, The Rational Diet. Check out my website, drsamshealth.com. I'll have my blog about it there, have my blogs about the Mediterranean diet, and maybe I'll have some recipes there too. So thank you for watching. All the very best.